If you're watching this video, it's probably because deep down, you have a yearning for more. You are coming to the realization that life is not just go to work for 8 hours a day, come home, doom scroll, wish you were somewhere else, compare your life to everyone else's. Just on this monotonous wheel of comparison, wishing you were somewhere else. Over the course of this video, I hope to restore you to a place of living from the kingdom first, whatever that means to you. But I want to synthesize how some of the greatest sages of all time all point to the same core truth, that the kingdom of heaven is right here, and it will be bestowed upon you if you do a few simple things. Now, I get it. Life is littered with challenges, paying bills, relationships, love life, body image, financial success, existential questions about what is life and where does God fit in all of this. If you're having those questions, there is hope for you. And I hope to give you some direction on things you can do to find more peace, more love, more purpose, and more connection in your life. Now, one of the best ways I'm going to be able to do this is to describe a story. Yesterday morning, I was watching a video, and in this video, there is a very high-level individual describing how life is transitioning to this place where science and mathematics are not going to be able to outpace the deep, intuitive, spiritual world or unseen forces that are actually governing and guiding our lives. And if you watch my channel or you're just finding this channel, you are probably on a hero's journey of some sorts, where you've woken up to the chaos of the world. You feel like you've been banished from a normal life, and you are seeking questions and answers to point you towards the North Star on your journey. I like to call upon teachings from a variety of great people. I call on quotes from Jesus in the Bible. I call on the Tao Te Ching. I call on Joe Dispenza, Wayne Dyer, Neville Goddard, because I believe they're all pointing to the same core essence. And if you want to live a kingdom-first life, there's one clear distinction that I need you to make. If you attach that inner state of freedom, peace, bliss, and joy that you find in a spiritual, surrendered state to an external idol, whether that is Jesus, whether that is Joe Dispenza's neuroscience, whether that is Neville Goddard, whether that is manifestation, you are engaging in the act of illusion. You are saying, through an unconscious awareness, that this inner experience I am having that is bestowed upon me in this moment is caused by some external idol, when merely the external idol just serves as a mirror for you. Now, Jesus in the Bible says in Luke 17:21, "Neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of God is within you." It is not a location. It is a state of consciousness you return to. A state of consciousness is a frame of awareness. It is a perspective in which you exist in the grander image of things. And the state you are actually seeking is not control. You're not seeking power. You're not seeking a forceful way of being. What you are actually seeking is a state of acceptance, a state of allowance, because there will be good days and there will be bad days. But if you find freedom in the moment, if you find peace in the present, if you find an acceptance with the forces that are on both your good days and your bad days, you are always restoring an inner locus of control to your level of consciousness to your level of fulfillment in life, and to your perception of the world. When you realize that it is an internal state of responsibility that we engage with, you are no longer going to be chasing these external highs. Yes, a moment in church when you were worshiping, you were touched by God's grace. Yes, in a song, you were touched by God's grace. Yes, in a psychedelic trip with mushrooms or acid, you experience an altered state of consciousness. But what's the dependent variable in all of that? What's the independent variable in all of that? You are the core essence that remains in all of those experiences. It is your awareness and your perception of the world that is engaging with those experiences. It has always been you. The kingdom of heaven has always been an inner state of awareness that you are allowed to return to as soon as you stop holding on to the grievances, to the fears, allowing worries about bills that have to be paid, allowing big career questions to dictate your emotions, allowing a cheat day on your diet where you feel bloated to take you off your feet and take you out of commission of having a positive attitude for 24 hours. The way you restore power to your life, the way you restore access to the kingdom, is not looking low here or low there. That's what Jesus was calling out. He was saying the Pharisees, the religious leaders of this time, are playing you. They're tricking you. Everyone that's telling you you need to go through an external source is actually lying to you. And I can sit here with full conviction and full confidence because I'm living the experience. I've got people telling me I'm confused. I've got people telling me I'm going to hell. And all I gotta say is, that's okay. I've got compassion for where you're at in your journey. I've got compassion for where I'm at in my journey. And the only reason I sit here and have this conversation is because there have been hundreds of times I have damn near touched psychosis trying to understand all of this. And that's why I can sit here at peace and share the truth with you unapologetically, no strings attached. Whether you love me or you hate me, you cast me away, you welcome me with open arms. I'm okay with both of those experiences because I can sit here and have full confidence that not only am I living my truth, am I aiming to make choices out of alignment even though they may be uncomfortable, but I'm also wearing my heart on my sleeves and hopefully giving something back to you. That's all I could ever ask for. On your journey to seek the kingdom of heaven first, in Matthew 6:33 it says, "Seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you." When I talk about surrender, and I talk about letting go and detaching from these grievances, entering states of peace and stillness where you're attached to nothing but open to everything, it is not a passive experience. Surrender, presence, faith, and stillness, they are verbs, not voids. A lot of people confuse those words with nothingness. They think, okay, when I let go, there's nothing there. Actually, when you let go and you're holding on to nothing, you let go of this tunnel vision, this small frame of perspective that you hold against the world. You're actually bestowed into a state of wholeness, a state of oneness, a state of connection to all things, because you're no longer placing judgments or expectations or grievances upon the world. You're no longer casting your ego's need to be validated, to be seen upon the world. I've always told myself that even though not all days are good, and even though there are days that I experience scarcity and fear and doubt, I'm not chasing perfection. I'm chasing alignment. I'm chasing trust. I'm chasing faith. And when I come from this place, I truly feel restored. Why would I go chase a life partner, a mother to my child? Why would I go chase a business or money? Why would I go chase a misaligned group of friends if I'm on faulty grounds? If I'm building the foundations for my life on illusion and scarcity and doubt, and I'm acting from that place of uncertainty that I feel inside, I'm going to chase the woman, I'm going to chase the business, I'm going to chase the community that gives me a temporary sense of peace. But those are external idols that I'm seeking to extract an internal experience from. That's why relationships are so novel. That's why businesses fail once you get your first cash grab. That's why you don't have deep relationships with your friends. Because the truth is you need to do the inner work. You need to realize that when you plant your seeds, you water the tree, and you plant it in a place where there's going to be proper sunlight, proper water, proper nutrients. You're building from an established, aligned foundation. And that tree will have all of the necessary things to bear fruit. Your investment becomes fruitful because you are building the garden. You are not chasing butterflies. I know deep in my heart that the mother to my children, my forever business, and the community of like-minded people is going to come from this exact conversation. And all I'm doing is consistently dropping a stone in water whenever I feel aligned. Boom, send out waves for people to catch. Boom, send out waves for people to catch. I'm not chasing people down. I'm not asking for validation. I've been through so much in my life. That's why I can sit here. And I truly feel grounded and I truly feel present. And I'm not willing to sacrifice that for false idols. I'm not willing to sacrifice that for lust. I'm not willing to sacrifice that for power. I'm not willing to sacrifice that for money. I'm not willing to sacrifice that for validation from a group of people that's going to be transient in short-term relationships. But in the Tao Te Ching, it says, returning to the source is serenity. It's simple in actions and thoughts. You return to the source of being. The wonder that you seek and that yearning you have in that God-filled void, it becomes natural when you stop resisting. It becomes natural when you stop forcing. It becomes natural when you stop over-identifying with the ego's games. One of my favorite quotes that I've probably said over the last few YouTube videos is, the truth is like a lion. You set it free and it will defend itself. That's why you don't need validation from the external world. Because if you're actually living the principles and you're having the inner experience where you attach knowledge to an experience and generate wisdom, you're able to generate conviction in your life. I'm able to sit here and tell you, if you have false idols, whether it be Buddha, whether it be Krishna, whether it be Jesus, and you are relying on those archetypal figures to be the source of your salvation, it will never come. The act is allowing their spirit and their essence to fill you through practice. You have to surrender that internal resistance. You have to surrender that inner reliance upon external things. Because only then can you truly restore wholeness. If you are casting your ego and you're casting your identification upon all these worldly things, your energy is being siphoned. Your attention, your awareness, your focus is cast upon multiple experiences. But if you come inside right now and you say, is this giving me peace? The way you are going to be able to justify is if my word is true is if you feel peace in it. If you feel like all those different worldly experiences fall away in the presence of my word, maybe we're a little closer to the truth. And by no means do I think I'm fully understanding of everything this place got going on. But I do know for certain the journey to the kingdom of heaven starts within. Neville Goddard says the kingdom of heaven is within you. Heaven is your subconsciousness. What he's trying to say is you already contain it. It's merely the imagination and assumption and awareness of the truth that it is within you that brings it forth. We have unconscious patterns, which is us making decisions without active thought. But there also is a collective unconscious. It is a natural rhythm and cadence to life that unifies us all. And deep within that is the source of life. It is God. It is the energy and fabric of reality that stitches us all together. What you deeply assume and feel true internally will reshape the outer world. Internally, I feel and know this to be the truth. So my outer world reflects that. You need to stop looking outside for permission. Surrender is active, it is not passive. It is not something you get from watching this YouTube video from me, and then you can just go back to your unconscious way of life. I hope when I say to let go of false idols, you even let go of watching my videos. I don't want you to need me. I don't want you to be waiting for me to post a YouTube video. If I'm doing my job, I'm giving you the tools in every video to go have the experience yourself. Only then can you truly be present. Only then can you be sitting on the main road in Puerto Escondido with a table of 15 strangers that you've only met over the last few weeks and truly be present with them and truly see the value every person has to offer. To truly sit in that moment and be like, this is life. That yearning, that connection, that magic, that wonder is right here, right now. All I had to do was let go of that internal resistance. All I had to do was let go of the idea that I needed to be somewhere else, with someone else, doing something else. Because that feeling of lack, that void, that yearning is the thing that causes you to make decisions, that causes you to make thoughts and actions out of a place of scarcity and fear and doubt. Think about it. When you're feeling anxious and lack, you're going straight to the binging. You're going to smoke, you're going to drink, you're going to eat, you're going to text your ex. It is that agitation internally causing you to make an external action. Versus, if you engage in these practices and you seek the kingdom of heaven first and you surrender, you have the toolkit to analyze and handle anything that comes up in this exact moment. I'm going to read you a journal entry that I wrote for myself yesterday. And I hope you don't mind me getting a little vulnerable and sharing a little bit with what I got going on in my life. I was reflecting yesterday and I said, I can't put anything before my purpose or else I suffer. You guys are my purpose. You guys give me meaning. You have no idea how the positive comments bring me to life. I am so grateful and so in awe of every single one of you. I can't wait for the day that I get to meet you in person. I can't wait for the day that you come up and give me a hug. Because it just means that we're sharing this life and we're walking this journey together. And we're leaving all of our differences and grievances behind. I said, it's okay that I don't have a wife yet. It's okay that I don't have an in-person community yet. It's okay that I don't have a business that unifies my purpose and my profit yet. Because my faith and way of being no longer need to be separate. The experiences I seek in relationships and business and community are not separate experiences. They're products of a way of life. They are fruit born from a tree that I plant. And this is me planting those seeds, and this is me watering it. And this is me hopefully serving you in a capacity in which I actually touch your heart and give you just an ounce of insight you didn't have before to carry with you on your journey. I said, it's not that I don't love my interactions with all people. It's that I don't want my everyday experience to fall to the back burner to try and be someone I'm not, to fit a puzzle where my pieces just don't fit. There is so much abundance and love to be shared. It's seeping out of me in every instance when I seek the kingdom of heaven first and when I'm truly restored in that place. And I can't gatekeep that from the world. I just need to show up. I just need to go live and talk to you guys because I want the community. I want to make my everyday life surrender. I want to be closer to God. And I want the spiritual conversation to be the center of the things I do. I need to become the source of what I seek. Because what I can't find anywhere else, I can bring to life in my actions and my behaviors and my service to the world. Everything is secondary to this purpose. It consumes me in the best way possible. And I'm ready to combust. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you feel a little closer to the kingdom. I hope you feel a little more peace. I hope you feel a little more surrender. And I hope you feel a little more insight on your journey to extracting the core essence of life and finding the deeper meaning, the deeper why, and restoring your awareness of the wonder that is this life. In the description, I'm going to put a link to hop into like a little community, a little chat where we can hang out. And this is going to be the chat where I post all the links where I'm going live. I really want to go live. I really want to go talk to you guys and just have everyday interactions. And like I said, selfishly make surrender God and my community the thing I look forward to every day. So if you want to be a part of a little group chat where I text you guys, I send you some voice notes, and we can schedule and organize some live sessions where we can all come together and have a little campfire chat and talk about life, check out that first link, and I will see you in the next one. I got nothing but love. Peace.